which is good to hear. But we also see where Lee Zeldin, at his staunch support, of former President Donald J. Trump has gained traction amongst New York voters after having called out Hoxha on her stance on gun rights and bail reform, amongst other policies. Now, I'm saying this page has lived up to the minute results of the election from across the state. So we have to stay, focus on that one. It's basically coming in from the Nowcast NBC 5 News at 11. As we see, we see where uh, Ron DeSantis hit his. We see Mara, or whatever her name is, Harley, makes history as the first open lesbian U.S. governor. Okay. We see Governor Abbott hold his spot. We see Marilyn Moore. In Maryland, we see Moore elected as the first black governor. You know what I'm saying? As we see, we like to hear results such as those as we see. But we see where we have here in this art of this election going on today. We see where we have Maryland, in Maryland, Moore elected as state first black governor. You know what I'm saying? He's a demon Democrat, of course. Here we go again. Why are these people leaning towards the demon Democrat as black people? I don't get it. And why is your own ancestors' party completely alienated as a bad party in itself, to where we constantly keep leaning back to the demon Democrat Party, who have enslaved and even went to court to sanction slavery and many different things, even with Jim Crow. All of these, most of these extremist groups that were hanging black people and killing black people, that even had black people in slavery at one point, with their demon democratic mind frame, also had black people in slavery, because the newspaper leads back to even those days. So it shows the Republican Party was not around when these people were doing this shit to us, and they're still doing it today. And most of these extremist groups, and many of these extremist groups are not Republicans, and they cannot be. And if they are, they invaded the party. Say much of them are demon democratical parties, demon democratical so-called extremist secret societies or whatever they have. You know what I'm saying? So every time we turn around, we see a lot, even in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? We need to clean up this shit, or we also need to put into play, our own today as a new generation and a new time, where we have our own political party based on the Black People's Party under many realms, PLM, or we could say the APLM, All People Lives Matter Party, you know what I'm saying? And where we have a political stronghold on the United States Congress and so on. We don't see that because, why many of the educational overstanding and many of the people that were sent into our neighborhood to sabotage the minds of the children against even looking at politics or wanting to even become a president was damn sure scientific overstanding of these demon Democrats, making sure of that. So we have to start looking at this from a better perspective, rather than just teaching our kids to be a gangster or watch the gangster shit on TV and want to act it out, and they don't want to do anything else except some dumb shit on the block all day, to where somebody ends up getting murdered and chaos at its highest retarded level. Republicans filed an emergency motion to extend Maricopa County voting hours, which is good because we want to get everybody voting here what they have to say. I'm saying? The Republican coalition is filling an emergency motion to extend the voting hours in Arizona, Maricopa County, citing concerns about voting machine issues. That ain't sounding too good with the voting machines, like Hillary Clinton prune face ass and Nancy Pelosi crooked Seduncy. You know what I'm saying? So, they need to get that together. As we see the House and the Senate control uncertain as demon Democrats so far hold off. Now I'm saying, so we see here Connecticut Republicans hope to end the demon Democrats' lock on the House, which needs to be done. We see Gavin Newsom out there with a cheeseburger greasy ass smile, looking like the Joker from Batman. You know what I'm saying? Gavin Newsom easily wins the re-election in California, which I think is a sorrowful day for California and a sorrowful day for the world in many ways. We see California election results expected to be delayed for days, weeks in some of its counties. Biden next 2 years, change a foot, change a foot, whatever the midterms bring. Yeah, like it's rain. And we see Letitia James, elected to a second term as New York State Attorney General. Okay, Letitia James, it must be West Indian. I'm a West Indian as well. Let's hope that this time around we see better overstanding in your position as a goddess and as a black woman in that position you call Attorney General. You know what I'm saying? Because what we see going on based on the demonization of Trump in many ways and many things that went on with Trump, I don't understand what the bullshit it is. But we're going to see how it turns out. But like I said, black people need to step up and start getting involved when it comes to the people who bring laws and rules down on our head. Just marching through the street with Black Lives Matter holding flags and shit, talking that stupid shit, is not going to always solve it. You know what I'm saying? We need to take it to the House of Congress. We need to take it right up to the Hill. And we ain't talking about that bullshit ass insurrection garbage that we seen went on, where they coming from. Where it is to me coming from the demon Democrat schematical moves, because I like to use reverse psychology, and a lot of people ain't too bright and so know what that really means or how it works. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't at once, but I know how to figure out these things as time went on. You know what I'm saying? But we see now another one coming in from the AP, Associated Press, where we see Kathy Hochul becomes the first woman governor, and so I don't care to hear her sorry story. We see the 2022 midterm election live update, last election, you know what I'm saying, from the AP coming in. We see the following, I long for the real-time on the ground update on the 22 midterm election from the Associated Press, live updates all time Eastern, produced by so forth and so forth. We see a snapshot on that where the Demon Democrats in Michigan, they won that. We read all of that before. We see while Merle Burrow easily comes through on his joint in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? And we see many of that going on. We see the AP is Pennsylvania called governor race for Josh Shapiro. You know what I'm saying? We see Biden looking like, We see Hagman wins Wyoming U.S. House seat after ousting Cheney. You know what I'm saying? Cheney should have expected that. You know what I'm saying? We see Kathy Hochul campaign to save her job as governor. Yeah, she better do that, because to me she's a waste for New York and she needs to be removed. Like I said, I'll say it again, black people keep leaning towards these demon Democrats, and even thinking that other black people is leaning towards that slave master party, political party that's been going on, even going back to the days of slavery. You know what I'm saying? And even creating and funding and founding the Ku Klux Klan to offset Reconstruction and hanging and killing of black people all across the South for many, 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 many years. I will not follow that party, never now, never, and whoever you follow that garbage shit and don't bring it around my family or teach my family anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? If any political position that I would be in would be my ancestors' party, the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, even that has been, influenced and tainted with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see the January 6th panel, they up there subpoena Trump shows a startling new video. You know what I'm saying? Unlike we